Hello and welcome to the MIT-ADT Podcast. I'm your host Vishnu and I've got three incredible content creators here with me. We are in MIT campus celebrating the largest gathering of content creators, and I'd like to understand from each one of you, first of all, how did you start creating content and what kind of content you create?
Vishnu, like everyone, I always had this wish, I want to do content creation someday, but there will be always some hesitation, how can we face camera and all those things. Almost, I started this idea in 2019, but I executed in 2023 only. So when I'm a entrepreneur and I'm into interior design business, first we started making interior design content. Salman started that. So after Salman, got used to it, then I thought, okay, it's my time to start. Then since he's already doing it, I thought I'll do some of my favorite topic, which is money and time. So that's how, I wanted to start this page, Time Billionaire Abu, and educate people on how to save money and time.
Very interesting. What about you, Salman?
Like, I was a very big content consumer. Watched quite a lot of Instagram videos. And when there was a time and my company needed, post-COVID, all the companies needed some traction, like they need the exposure. So we were hiring influencers to market our products. But they were like food bloggers and lifestyle bloggers who doesn't understand the core of what we are actually doing. So I thought there is no one in our industry to do the same. So that was a moment, my co-founders backed me, saying that you can start doing content in front of it was very difficult, but then I started enjoying it. I started learning a lot. Because if you have to be a teacher, you have to learn a lot, than a student. So I started consuming a lot of content related to my field, started learning it, and then trying to help a lot of people via content and Instagram and everything.
Inspiring stuff. What about you?
So my journey was not planned at all. I was a content writer before entering into content creation. And during COVID, I had to quit my job, get back to home. And I didn't know what to do. I had a private profile with 700 followers, only the close friends.
What was your username back then?
Arthi Baskar. Yeah. And then I changed it to Arthi Baskar, English coach. And now it's English with Arthi Baskar.
Very interesting. One very important thing about being a content creator is that you get to interact with a lot of people, and you also get to see other content creators' journey as well. And we are here in MIT campus seeing the journey of so many content creators. How has your experience been so far interacting with other creators, and what is the vibe of this campus? How has it impacted you?
To be honest, I'm learning a lot of things. And since you mentioned about MIT, I can see there's so much exposure given to the students here. They even have department for music. They even have department for filmmaking. These things I never saw back then in my university. And also meeting a lot of creators, as a creator, we'll have certain perspective. And when we are speaking to other peer members, they'll give some perspective. And those interactions are giving us a lot of ideas.
Yeah. What's your experience been in the campus so far?
I interacted with few design students who are in architecture and interior design background, and it was quite fascinating because I was just comparing myself what I was doing in their initial years, and now the amount of exposure they have got from MIT, they are able to the first year students knows more than what he has to know. So I am able to know that the way he has opened up questions to me, I was just taking a moment to answer them. It was like a very mature conversation. I didn't feel like I was interacting with a student or something. So that much experience interacting with these people was really fascinating. And also with the fellow creators, a lot of things I could learn from them because each individual has some unique perspective. So I'm able to see their content and see, okay, this is nice. So next time I can get some inspiration from them and incorporate in mine. So
what about you, Arthi?
Very similar to their answer. Like meeting fellow creators, again, it's always knowledgeable. You get to know what they're doing, how they have monetized their business, and how we're doing it. We compare it with them, we learn from them, they learn from us. And speaking about the campus, obviously the weather, the vibe, everything is amazing. The buildings, the architecture here, I completely loved it. And we were speaking about it, that we didn't know these courses existed when we were in college.
Yeah, in content creation journey, you get a lot of followers and you get a lot of engagement, get a lot of visibility. There's a lot of dopamine rush that goes through when you look at your reel going viral. What are some of the negative things that comes with this sort of engagement and visibility, and how can somebody stay away from that negativity?
No, like I always believe life is not going to be the same. Your curve is going to be up and down. So obviously, initially I had that adrenaline rush when my reels got viral. But over a period of time, actually after crossing 1 million followers, I got a feel that I have to be more responsible. Like this thing I want to tell to all my viewers also. Uh, a content creator cannot keep creating authentic content for very long. Someday any content we make becomes synthetic, so there will be like slight variations. So I would always advise my followers or who want to create content that they should consume content, they should learn something out of it and do the due diligence. They should not blindly believe what they learn from us. So this is what I want to convey to them.
Yeah. At what point you felt like, oh, I've cracked the content? Has there been that moment, or are you still waiting for that moment?
It has always been that content creation is like, it made me feel grounded. Like I am having that sense of responsibility. So whenever I create a content, I feel the people who's asking in DMs for help, or they need a solution and everything, so I am kind of answerable to them. So those things are still keeping me going. So I just want to be consistent. I am not a person who feels like, okay, I've cracked it, that's it. So every day something I learn and I try to incorporate it, and I wanted to create value as much as possible. So in my field, trends keeps coming and I need to adapt to it, and I learn a lot. So in that way, if I'm able to help people at home and I could give some value, and the DMs which come, it keeps me motivated.
Did you see yourself becoming this when you started your content creation journey?
No. I didn't imagine. But luckily, my first video, as I told you, went around 10,000 views, and I was surprised. Like, how did this happen? And until I went to 50K, I didn't believe that this is going to be my full-time career. I'm going to turn this into my career. I didn't have that idea. I was just going with the flow, posting content. I think before entering into content creation, choosing your niche is very important. As Abu said, this is going to be a long journey. You're not going to just post for a few days and then keep quiet. So you should be aware of choosing a niche where you are very good at, you're passionate about it, you are knowledgeable about it, so that you can keep doing it for the next coming years.
I've heard this from a lot of content creators that there is a certain lifetime for a creator. Do you believe that there's a certain lifetime, or you can stretch the content creation journey for as long as you want?
No, it keeps evolving, right? Like people start from Instagram and they then go to longer formats. They get the experience to do, and then podcasting with other creators. So I feel before, when I started this content creation journey, I thought the people who are in my niche are kind of competitors. They don't talk or they don't actually meet. So when I met them all, it's all about how much we can collaborate with each other. So the next step is all about collaboration. So you start somewhere and you meet another creator and you see how your synergies are, in what way you can collaborate and do something. So it always evolves. So I don't see there is something, there's an end point in this. So it keeps going. You can actually keep evolving.
I mean, I've seen so many content creators now becoming mainstream. Yeah, that's true.
I have seen them in short YouTube series, and now I'm seeing them in the big screen. And their journey was really inspiring to all of us.
I recently seen this movie Avesham, where like some content creators are now acting next to Fahad Fazil. My last question to you guys is, I'm sure there's somebody out there who is in the exact same phase as you guys were when you started your content creation journey. What should they be thinking, and what is your message for them?
This is a very interesting question. I'm going to say what I did. So everyone will already have an idea. They will be like thinking what type of content to create and what kind of videos to post. So the only mental block anyone would have is they just have to hit the post button. I see, I'm training a lot of students how to, create content on Instagram. The only mind block they have is they would have already created first 5 videos. They would have already finished editing. They would have only not hit the post button. So I would suggest hit the post button, take all the feedback, let it be trolls also. From there you'll learn.
I think they need to break down the initial fear and just go for it. which I did. Like I never I was never a person who was creating a post or photos of myself. So this is something I felt it is able to get me a new channel, like where I'm able to meet other people, network, get business. So I feel you need to break that zone which you are feeling not able to do or post, like he said. So you just have to go for it and start creating content.
I think all you have to do is start posting consistently, because that's what I did. I posted every day for the first 3 months and I hit 500K. So, yeah.
But thank you so much for this conversation. I mean, I'll definitely consult you for those Instagram classes. Will generate your business. But thank you so much. It was wonderful having this discussion with you. And I'm sure people who are listening to us will get so many insights that they can implement in their life as well.